Andor explained, episodes 10 to 12, Make It Stop, Who Else Knows, and Jedha, Kyber, Erso. As the 3-episode finale of Andor Season 2 unfolds, a great rebel falls and Cassian Andor prepares to become the leader we know in Rogue One, a Star Wars story. In Andor, Cassian Andor continues the path toward his heroic rebel destiny. With all episodes now streaming on Disney+, join us as StarWars.com digs into the making of a leader and a burgeoning rebellion poised to take down the Empire. We often think of Mon Mothma, Genevieve O'Reilly, and Bail Organa, Benjamin Bratt, among the first architects of the Rebel Alliance. And while these politicians have surely earned their place in the pantheon of heroes risking everything to bring an end to the tyrannical rule of the Empire, their fledgling rebellion may never have left the Senate building if not for one man, Luthen Rael, Stellan Skarsgård. Long ago, Luthen sacrificed calm, kindness, kinship, and his own peace to forge ahead, disrupting the stranglehold of Imperial rule. And this week, with Imperial Security Bureau Supervisor Dedra Meero, Denise Gough, knocking on his door, the story of Andor comes to a final conclusion, clearing the board to bring us to the brink of the events of Rogue One, a Star Wars story. If Mon's fiery speech was the spark that ignited the Rebel Alliance in the public eye, 1 year later we find Luthen and Kleya overstaying their welcome and overplaying their hand, hiding in plain sight on Coruscant. With Lani Young's final intel, the shocking realization that the Emperor's energy program was a cover story for a weapon of mass destruction known as the Death Star, the rebel agents must face the reality that it's time to burn it all down. If only Lani had spoken sooner or Luthen had moved quicker. Maybe then Dedra and her entourage would have found a vacant storefront when they came knocking. With a charming smile reminiscent of the first time we saw Rael don his wig, he greets the woman who has been hunting him for 5 years and finds himself out of options. The Starpath unit, the very piece of salvage material that Cassian sold to Luthen before reluctantly joining his cause, is a nice touch on Dedra's part. But Luthen is not desperate for an escape. As he has always told Kleya Markey, Elizabeth Delo, know your way out before you go in. With a ceremonial blade plunged into his chest, he makes the choice to sacrifice himself rather than give the Empire a prisoner who knows too much. And Luthen buys precious seconds for the destruction of Kleya's radio to eliminate the real evidence that could snuff out the rebellion before it really begins. In the safe house where Cassian Andor, Diego Luna, and Bix Colleen, Adria Arjona, once made their home, Kleya prepares for battle while we see the story of Kleya and Luthen's first meeting unfold. It's an elegant means of exploring their bond, sometimes akin to father and daughter, the past and the present colliding, as we see young Kleya learning what it really means to fight the Empire and the destruction that it will bring for innocent bystanders as well as those who choose to fight. Kleya may have been Luthen's first pupil, the first rebel spy he trained in the art of blending in, as seen on Naboo where the pair avoid being caught setting off an explosive.